What do you think? I have tested countless cat water fountains, and I am thrilled that Pawcolli just gifted me theirs, as this has a lot of the features I want to see in a cat water fountain. So let me unbox it, show you all the parts, and put it to the test. It comes as one piece out of the box. Now, the first thing I love about this water fountain is this base. This is where the battery is and where all the power is, and thanks to it being separate, I don't have to worry about it getting wet when I am washing the water fountain, and I can even put this down a little wet onto this and it's not an issue. And what's also amazing is this is a 5200 milliampere battery, so it should last up to 40 days on a single charge. And you have full control here. You can plug this in and then you can use it in continuous flow mode or sensor mode, or you can just charge it when needed and then it will only run in sensor mode. For sensor mode, it actually has 3 sensors on each of these sides, so it will actually sense the cat coming up and flow as the cat walks up, and otherwise will not flow to preserve battery life. And on the front, it has a variety of lights. I'll go over those once I fully set it up. And then the next part I love about this is this top piece right here. This is a bubbler fountain. I find the bubbling fountains to be some of the quietest cat water fountains out there. And it has this stainless steel top, and that is preferable to me because when cats drink out of plastic, some cats can develop acne on their chin like mine, whereas that doesn't happen with stainless steel. Now, if you're looking for an all steel water fountain, this is clearly not it. There's still a lot of plastic in here, but it is designed to be very easy to clean and gives you the stainless steel where it matters the most. So this comes out really easily. And then this piece is quite simple. It's really just draining the water from the top bowl into the filter. As for the filter, it comes with one filter here, and the filter is very custom, so that's one thing that is both a pro and a con in my opinion. What I'm really liking about this filter is that it has 6 layers with activated carbon coconut shell, so this is going to do a really good job filtering your cat's water. And another thing I really love about it is that it slides in very tightly. So when this is in, I am confident that all the water is getting filtered every time. That is not always the case with a lot of the cat litter fountains. There's often gaps, or the filter itself has gaps in it. So you can assume that some of the water is not getting filtered on every rotation. But the one con with this is that you cannot use an unbranded filter. This is very specific to Pawcolli, so you will need to get the Pawcolli filters as well. Luckily, they come in 6-packs, and at this moment, they are priced very comparably to how other filters are priced. So Pawcolli's not going to gouge you. They're just trying to give you a really nice filter that is very well designed for their fountain. And then we're down to the final piece. There's a couple more elements in here. It comes with a manual. It comes with a 3-foot nicely braided cord that plugs into the base and then has a USB-A end on the other side. It does not come with a USB-A adapter. One thing I want to point out with these kinds of fountains is that I love that they're battery operated, so I'm always putting them in spaces that don't have access to an outlet anyway. So how I charge these is I plug a power bank into these every once in a while, and then just let them charge for a day on that power bank, and then unplug that, and they're good for as long as they're supposed to last. 40 days is a very long time, so that is very cool. And then the last piece in here is the pump itself. This is the coolest top I've ever seen on a pump. It's this really nice little rubbery piece. It might be silicone, I'm not sure on that. And then the pump itself is very standard, really nice, simple pump. And this is being powered through the base, and it's a magnetic powering. I don't know how they're doing that, but I've used a lot of fountains that do that. So the power is actually coming through this plastic from this base right here. But as long as the pump is in that spot, it's going to pump water. And I just popped it all apart to show you that as a standard pump, you can take apart all the innards. That includes the magnetic spinner that goes right in the middle, the cover that goes onto that, then the filter holder, and finally the filter. And this is a great filter to replace from time to time, but it's also very easy to clean. It's really just trying to catch anything that you don't want to go into the pump. So that just slides in right there. And it does come with this little scrub brush to get into all those points, including the top, to really make sure that this stays clean and to keep this piece clean as well. So all you really need to do is fill this tank up with water, put on this catch lid, put on the top, put it on the base, and it's good to go. Let me fill this up with water and we'll put it to the test. Now I gave it a quick rinse and filled it up. It really does take seconds to clean this and fill it up. It doesn't have any of those weird crevices that some fountains do. I really love that about this. The only piece you'll really want to pay attention to is the pump itself, since it does have some small compartments, but the pump is a standard piece to all of these fountains. And then the base has all of the controls. All the instructions are actually on it, which is really nice. And then this power button right here is touch controlled. So you can just tap on it and that is where all your controls are going to come from. You can hold it down for 3 seconds to turn on the device, and then to turn it off, you actually have to tap this and then hold it for 3 seconds to turn it off. And once it's on, tapping it is going to switch modes. When it's flashing blue, that means it's in the sensor mode, which means that this will immediately flow when it senses a cat coming up to any of these 3 sensors. And then when it's pink, that means it's in constant flow mode. It won't even show me pink right now because I don't have it plugged in, and it's never going to go into constant flow mode when it's on battery, as that would run the battery down way too fast. The next light here is the low water light. It is red right now because there is no water. And finally, you have the change the filter light. And this is just reminding you to change the filter. And to reset that light, you would tap on the power button 3 times. And if you hold the power button for 3 seconds while it's on, it will go into night mode. And that means it will turn off all of the lights. It's ready to go. All I need to do is put the fountain on. And that's it. And now, instantly, it recognized my movement on the side and started flowing. It is silent. It is a 21 decibel fountain, so it really is super quiet. I can't hear it at all. And it's not flowing while my hands are up here, but as soon as I move them near the sensors, it immediately starts bubbling. It will only run every 30 seconds. So if you're next to it and it's sensing you, but it's been 30 seconds, it's not going to bubble. Pawcolli really has taken lessons from what is great in other cat fountains and have incorporated many of those lessons into this fountain. I am really quite impressed, from its powered base with all the options, to its 40 days of charge, to how easy it is to clean, and the stainless steel bowl, and even to the viewer on the front. Really great overall. I think you're going to love this fountain.